Hey, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been watching one of your favorite movies? You're sitting there, you're trying to relax, you have your popcorn, or maybe that morning cup of coffee, whatever that is. Maybe you're watching your morning shows, and that sun just keeps glaring and just keeps beaming inside the living room, and you're just trying to watch your show, you're trying to just relax, but you got that sun just beating in your eye. And you're like, okay, I need to go ahead and shut the curtains. I need to close the blinds, but I don't want to get off this comfy couch. You don't want to do that. But what if you didn't ever had to actually leave your couch and it went ahead and it closed for you? How cool would that be, right? How simple would that be? Well, that's exactly what you're going to find here at Hunter Douglas by Enhancing Windows. That's exactly where we are today here in the Sugarcreek area. This is my new buddy over here. This is Dwayne Jordan, and you've been at this for a really long time. Really cool technology and really stylish at the same time. What is it about this sort of technology and just these blinds in general that keep people just so comfortable at home?
Well, Hunter Douglas shades are very energy efficient. In fact, the Duet shade is the most energy efficient shade on the market because of this unique Architella design. It's really a honeycomb within inside of a honeycomb. And so it's great for insulating the windows in the summer. It keeps that hot sun out. And in the wintertime, it keeps that cold draft out as well.
So really multiple functions here, obviously locking that warmth inside your home, keeping the heat out, but also at the same time, like I was saying, I've been there so many times where the glare is just like actually beaming on the TV. I can't see what I'm watching or it's in my eye, but this one that you were just showing us just moments ago has several different functions to it.
Yes, it has this top-down, bottom-up feature, which is really cool. Because with honeycomb shades, one of the drawbacks that people have is that when the shade is lowered, you're not able to see through it. But what makes it cool, by having this top-down, bottom-up feature, you're able to lower the shade from the top. Now, we find it's really helpful for a lot of older folks or those with limited mobility because they're able to sit on their couch and use their phone as an app. They can set up scenes or schedules so that they never even have to get up to operate their shades.
And speaking of which, let's go ahead and talk about a really cool pit stop special before we continue on, take a look at some of the other blinds, because that's what really makes this magical, right? Is the simplicity of it all and having a remote that's going to do all the heavy lifting for you.
Yes, it does. The remote is wonderful, and the ability to set up scenes so that if you go on vacation, you're worried about security, you want it to look like somebody's home, you're able to set up those scenes so that the shades will automatically operate without you being there. So it's a wonderful safety feature as far as security is concerned. With no cords, it's really nice for kids because you don't have those type of things to be concerned with.
You don't have to deal with that, and as part of this pit stop special, you can get a remote, listen to this, for what?
Nothing.
For nothing, for free. It's a $100 value. So if you decide like, okay, this is something that I actually really want inside my home. I need some blinds. They're stylish, they look great, and they're going to really make things a lot more convenient. You can get that remote for free when you come in here and you say, hey, I definitely want some blinds. Hook me up, Dwayne. But I also saw this on that pit stop thing, right? So you're going to get a $100 value remote for absolutely free when you mention that you saw this segment on a pit stop. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other ones right back here. This one over here I think is really neat as well. And again, that's what I really love is you have the variety. Why is that important to have the variety here at Hunter Douglas by Enhancing Windows?
Well, it's important because people we find are very visual. And that's one thing that online ordering doesn't give you. You know, you just have to look at pictures. But when you're able to come in, we have over 25 different displays, and most of them, about 95%, do use the PowerView motorization. And to be able to see, to touch the fabrics, for example, this is a pirouette shade, and it's called Clearview because it looks like these panels are just floating. But in reality, it's a black screen. And so from outside, it looks like your window has just a little bit of a tint to it.
But when you actually get up close to it, yeah, it's actually covered with something right there, and you would never even know it. And I love this illustration that you have here, just this demonstration of having the screen right behind it to illustrate, you know, looking outside, and there you can see it right there actually transforming, closing up, but then it does much more than that, right?
Yes. Once again, the energy efficiency, it's a rolling shade. So what's cool about that is that if you want, this is a beautiful scene behind us. If you want to be able to look out your window and not have that shade there in front of you in the way, well, you're able to raise that shade up, have a clear view out your window, When you do need a little privacy, the pirouette will allow you to lower it and open it to a certain degree that you need it.
So much variety, and that's the point here, right? Maybe you're like, oh, are the are the curtains, are the blinds going to actually match the interior of my home? Is it going to actually match the color scheme that I have going on? I know that's important to so many people. I know it's certainly important to my mom when she was going through this whole process of renovating her home. And you can see right here on this wall so many different colors to pick and choose from, and that's something I'm sure that you guys really help people decide on, because you have such a wide variety, a huge palette. That's part of the process. You want to make sure that money is well spent. So is that part of the consultation process, making sure that they find the correct color along with the proper type of blind?
Yes, we don't pretend to be designers, but we have a lot of experience. We've done it over 30 years, and we're able to help people with the colors. What's nice about the shades, the duet anyway, is that on the outside or inside the house, they're going to be a variety of colors, but on the back, they're white. So if you're in a community where you have to have white window treatments, and there's a lot of those, you can still use colors inside the house, but on the outside it's going to be white.
And again, this is just another reminder for you that you can actually get a free remote when you mention that you saw this segment here on a pit stop. This is a $100 value right here. So again, you can shut the blinds, you can open the blinds without even having to get off the couch, which is super convenient. You were mentioning to me earlier that there are several different functions and different settings that make things even easier.
Yes. When you use the PowerView hub, it is an ability to operate your shades remotely. If you're on vacation in Florida and you say, did we close the shades? Well, you can take a look at the configuration of the shade at the moment and you say, well, we didn't close those. Let's go ahead and close them for the night and set up a schedule to let it open in the evening.
Hey, real quickly, because this caught my attention, let's go ahead and take a quick look right behind you, and you can see that you have these wooden ones as well, or it looks like it's wood from at least where I'm standing over here. Tell me a little bit about those.
Well, those are the Hunter Douglas shutters. There's 3 types. There is a composite, a vinyl, and a real wood shutter. What's neat about the vinyl shade, the Palm Beach, is that these can be motorized now to have the slats open and close automatically. Now, what's really nice about that, if you have a real tall window, you're able to operate those shutters from the ground.
Okay, so again, making this very easy for you, and really as easy as we can make it by offering you a free remote. If you come on in here and you find a certain style that you really like, you pick the color, you pick the style of blinds or the shutters or anything like that. And of course, Dwayne's going to help you out with that process. Why is it important for you to make sure that when someone comes in here, you're helping them through every single step of the process?
Well, this is the time to talk about the different products and the different needs that you have, because once the shades are ordered, since they're custom, there's nothing you can do about it. So we want our customers to be happy. We have about 200 5-star Google reviews, and I think it's really important because we take our time with our customers. We're not just trying to sell something, but we want our customer to have a good experience, a nice experience, a nice store, and they're spending a lot of money for luxury products. We want to make sure that they're going to be 100% happy.
And where are you located at? What's your website so people can get in touch with you as soon as humanly possible?
Enhancing-windows.com is our website, and our address here is 6088 Wilmington Pike, Dayton 45459. And Zach, let me just add, that Pebble remote, you need to buy some PowerView shades for it to operate. So if you buy an order of shades, if you buy a shade, we're going to throw that in for you.
There you go. Simple as that. Make sure that you mention to Dwayne that you saw that special here on the pit stop, so you can go and get yourself those shades and you can get yourself that remote. And of course, he's going to help you out through every step of the process. We'll see you on the next pit stop.